Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to ask you to please stand as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem. Good evening and welcome to Tallahassee Community College of the Bill Hebron for today's Panhandle Conference women's basketball game between the Northwest Florida State College Raiders and your Tallahassee Community College Eagles. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First, for Northwest Florida State, starting at guard, number 3, Masingo Mutanda. Starting at guard, number 5, Kennedy Kirkendall. Starting at forward, number 2, Shelby Brown. Starting at forward, number 10, Shania Kuntu. And starting at forward, number 12, Lasted Moa. The head coach for Northwest Florida State is Mark Walker. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Tallahassee Eagles. Starting at guard is 5'6" sophomore from Moscow, Russia, number 3, Anna Nikolochukina. Starting at guard is 5'7" sophomore from Moscow, Russia, number 4, Polina Nikolochukina. Starting at guard is 5'7" sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 11, Olivia Eller. Starting at forward, a 5'9" sophomore from Birmingham, England, number 21, Kyra Smith. And starting at center, a 6'3" sophomore from Korea, Australia, number 15, Brianna Chambers. The assistant coach for Tallahassee is Joe Cohen, and the head coach of the Eagles in his second season, Matt Huddle.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of TCC Basketball Live on TCCEagles.com. I'm Brett Rutherford alongside Luke Fay, and the opening tip is won by the Northwest Florida State Raiders. Northwest Florida State finds themselves in first place in the Panhandle Conference with just a couple of games to go. How tough is this matchup going to be for TCC tonight?
Well, you know, Northwest Florida State is one of the top teams in the state and country, and you'll see it right there. It's going to be a tough test here for the Eagles all night.
Yeah, Masungo Matanda with the opening 3 of the game. Gives the Raiders a 3-0 lead. Now Polina with it. Chambers steps over, goes over to Anna. And at the top, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Tries to go inside to Kyra Smith. That pass is picked off by Pinto, but Polina is there to win it back for the Eagles. Pinto looked to be moving in transition for the Raiders. But the Eagles will earn themselves another possession. Kyra Smith with it. Takes it inside. Pulls up to shoot. No good. Rebounded by the Raiders.
I like the shot there by Kyra. Looked like she got hit a little bit on the elbow. And Northwest Florida State goes coast to coast there. Good pass inside and a finish.
Shania Pinto with the finish. Pinto, one of the better players in the Panhandle Conference. Last year, a third-team All-American, first-team All-State in Region A. There's Anna with a deep three. No good.
That's one of the farthest threes I've seen here in the Eagle Dome, Brett.
Goes right back to Pinto, and she finishes a quick 7-0 lead for Northwest Florida State. And that'll cause Coach Huddleston to call an early timeout. Eagles trail 7-0, 8:17 left in the first quarter. This is TCC Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. Coming out of the timeout, we'll have Anna bringing it up the floor. Eagles trail in this one 7-0. A couple quick baskets from Pinto. Eller coming around the edge. Here's Kyra Smith with it now. Eller tries to go inside to Brianna Chambers, but that one, another steal from Pinto. Now coming up the floor, they go inside.
Oh!
That pass goes right off the face of Kyra Smith. Now loose. Anna scoops it up, finds Polina. So a turnover from Northwest Florida State.
Brett, in soccer, they call that one a facer. Oh, my.
I don't know if they do call that in soccer, but we'll go with it.
Hey, Brett, I'll say this. Do you credit that as a steal for Kyra Smith?
Yes. No, she put her body out on the line for that one. Took it right off the face. We are going to get a foul called on Northwest Florida State on Shelby Brown, the freshman out of Memphis, Tennessee. Be their first foul of the quarter. First foul for either team. This one inbounded quickly to Rita James, who is fouled again. Rita James coming off the bench, the 5'5" sophomore out of Nigeria.
Northwest Florida State foul number 10, Shania Pinto. Her first.
This one called on Pinto, so 2 quick fouls for the Raiders. Be another inbound from underneath the basket. Polina finds James, who takes the three. No good. Although a fight for the rebound, Kyra Smith has it. And she is, no, we're going to get.
I don't think that's a double dribble.
We're going to get a double dribble call.
I don't think it was, because it looked like the defender hit the ball as she was trying to make that second dribble. I don't necessarily agree with that. Or even, I don't even think the first dribble was technically a dribble, in my opinion, as they both were going for the ball.
Yeah, it looked like a loose ball, but now on the other end, here's Northwest Florida State. This one goes in the corner to Masungo Matunda. Now a three. This one no good. Rebounded and quickly put right back up by Shelby Brown, who finishes and extends the lead to 9 for Northwest Florida State.
Yeah, Chambers was cleared out there and was trying to argue that would have been, I believe, an over the back by Shelby Brown.
James goes to her right, spins, and she'll get called for a travel there as the pivot foot dragged. Yeah, this game's had no shortage of turnovers thus far. It's a 9-0 lead for Northwest Florida State. 6:47 remaining in the first quarter. Last time these two teams played, Northwest Florida State took home the victory 66-36. Back a couple of weeks ago on March 11th over in Niceville. This cross-court pass over to number 5, Kanati Kuykendall. Now going inside to Pinto, but Chambers has got to fight for it. This will be called a jump ball. And that'll make it an Eagle ball on the possession arrow.
As Kyra Smith takes a seat, there's one thing, Brett, that I've noticed over the last 3 games is Smith has been a lot more aggressive and seems more comfortable on the field, or on the court, I should say, than earlier in the season. I really like her effort.
James to the baseline, now decides to pull back and find Polina. Will take it to the baseline herself, go up with the shot, no good. Brought up quickly by Kuykendall. Here's Poa. Cross-court pass in the corner to Matanda, and she hits the three. 12-0 now, Northwest Florida State leads. Masingo Matanda, the huge bucket. Here's Rita James on the other end, and she'll get the Eagles on the board.
There we go, a high percentage shot there from the free throw line. Good job by James to get the first bucket. And she gets a steal there as well.
James all alone, goes up. Make it 4 quick points from Rita James. She's averaging 6.9 on the season, but 2 quick buckets makes it only a 7-point game. This one off, but it's going to go off the fingertips of either James or Feratovic.
I think it was Feratovic there.
Going back, it looks like Masingo Matanda's jump shot was given as a 2, not a 3, so it's 11-4. Raiders lead. A little over 5 to go. Quick inbound. Brianna Chambers breaks up that inbound pass. Now it's a fight for it on the floor. I see Polina down there. Can't see who the Raider is, but it will be a jump ball.
Two new Eagles will check in. That'll be Anna in for Polina and Kyra Smith in for Chambers.
Kuykendall going to be under the basket to inbound this one. Goes outside, finds, now it's Poa with it. Go inside to Pinto. Mel Feratovic there to break up the pass. It'll be a Northwest Florida State inbound again. Only 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. This one over to Matanda. Inside to Pinto. She's got Matanda wide open for 3. She'll take this one again, and she hits it.
That's tough to guard there. Open 3 knocked down. Don't want to give Northwest Florida State any space as Eagles try to go work here.
Rita James with an open 3.
She's got all the points.
7 points for Rita James. And one more correction. Looks like they went back and awarded Matanda a 3 on that first 3-point attempt. Now 15-7.
Brett, it's Northwest Florida State 15, Rita James 7.
Yes. Matanda with another 3-point attempt. No good, but rebounded by Poa. Poa goes into Pinto. Quick ball movement for the Raiders. Ana Carolina Jesus with the finish. Inside to Mel Feratovic. Now in the corner to Kyra Smith. She'll take a 3 herself. No good. Raiders try to move in transition. Here comes Matanda. Finds Pinto. Moves the ball around. Now swung all the way around in the corner. Back to Matanda. Her 3 is no good. Get a couple substitutions here. Nashani Gilbert checking in for the first time. And Inez Piper out of Paris, France. Anna takes it to her right, goes all the way down. That ball is going to be poked away, but they'll say it went off of Anna. It'll be Northwest Florida State ball.
I like the take. Was trying to draw a foul there, and the referees do not like giving her very many fouls for how often she hits the deck.
Piper takes it in, goes outside to Poa. Now over to Gilbert, who takes the 3. And she hits it. It's 20-7 now. Northwest Florida State lead.
The shots are falling from outside for the Raiders. That's tough to guard. See if the Eagles can maybe get to the free throw line here, try to slow it down.
Misplaced pass. Now comes Gilbert in transition. She cuts back, puts it up. Rims out. She gets her own rebound. Another one no good, but finally put away by Ana Carolina Jesus. Going to get a full timeout. TCC trailing 22-7, 2:48 left in the first quarter. This is TCC Eagles basketball, brought to you by First Florida Credit Union. On the other side of the timeout, Eagle ball, Olivia Eller with it. Again, the Eagles trailing 22-7. 2.5 to go in the first. Chambers sets the screen for James, who pulls up. Misfires.
Really thought that one was going to fall down. Rita's been playing very well today. Just didn't get the friendly roll off the rim after using the glass. And I actually think that was a good foul there by James to stop in transition, because she was a little bit out of place, and it would have been a 4-on-5.
And James called for the reach-in foul. First team foul of the evening for the Eagles. Nolani Cornfield making her first appearance for Northwest Florida State tonight. She'll get called. Was that offensive foul? It'll get called on Inez Piper. It's probably like a moving screen.
Want to close this first quarter out well here as TCC trails by 15. Really, the only offensive production has been Rita James as she drives in, and that was, they set up push-off by Rita, but that almost felt like one of those phantom like the Michael Jordan little.
Yeah, James, she had the elbow up. I'm not sure how much contact there was.
No, they said it was the hand. It wasn't like an arm bar. It was more of a gentle wave of the arm. I think she got more air than person on there.
Regardless, she will be called for the foul. Inside to Piper. She somehow finds Cornfield. Now swings it over to last year Poa, whose three is no good. Rebounded. Eller with it now. Eagles looking to move quick, but there's Nolani Cornfield poking it away. It'll be Eagle ball still, but they'll have to reset. Divine Guthrie checking in for the first time, and she'll be tasked with the inbound.
Love the energy that Guthrie has brought off the bench since coming back from injury. I should say coming back as in she didn't play at all this year, coming back from that knee injury she sustained in high school. But she has really been kind of a spark plug with Rita James off the bench there, Brett.
Her physicality has been much needed for the Eagles. She has another great inbound under the basket. Olivia Eller takes a three, no good. Chambers goes up for the rebound. And they'll say it was laughed off of her fingertips. That'll be Northwest Florida State ball. We just saw Inez Piper for Northwest Florida State on that block. She's averaging 7.4 points per game and shooting 58.7% from the field this season. This one goes inside, rims out though, but finished and a foul. That's on Nolani Cornfield, who gets the bucket and will head to the line for one more.
Yeah, one of the shortest players on the court got that offensive rebound. No one was home on the left side of the basket. And just able to tip it in and get the call.
This Northwest Florida State team 17-1 on the season.
That'll be a lane violation.
Yeah.
That one loss, Brett, coming to Chipola, who we just saw on the road.
It was an 85-38 game in favor of Chipola. Anna with it now, less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Hands off to her sister, Polina. Chambers there to set the screen, moves Polina to the left. Here's Nia Bostic, who goes all the way inside and is fouled. Bostic will head to the free throw line. First one is good. Bostic, a 58.8% free throw shooter coming into today. And she goes 2 for 2. 42 seconds remaining in this one. Northwest Florida still trying to go quick. Cornfield over to number 11, Laura Taylor, who's fresh off the bench.
Play good defense here. You don't want to foul in this situation, as that is thrown away. Good job there by Guthrie, making that pass difficult to Shelby Brown. And the Eagles will play for the last shot here, hopefully with 22 seconds left.
Yeah, Guthrie followed Brown all the way up the baseline. She's got the ball now. 16 seconds left. Tries to go inside to Chambers. That pass was stolen by Shelby Brown, but her foot was on the baseline.
Yeah, I think we all saw Chambers open, and it was just a half a second too late for Guthrie to realize. I like the idea, though. It'll stay with the Eagles with 15 seconds here.
Inbounds. Anna, 14 seconds. She takes a deep three off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Shelby Brown. 8 seconds remaining. Cornfield with it. Goes in the corner. No, stolen. Polina with it. That ball is tipped away. Now Anna with it. Just a second to go. She'll heave a shot up the court. No good. And at the end of the first quarter, TCC trailing 24-9 in this one. Luke, what do you need to see out of the Eagles to get back into this?
Well, right there we saw a shot that didn't fall, a deep one by Nicola Chikina, and Northwest was bringing in transition. The Eagles got a steal, and we're trying to take it the other way. I think that's where their offense needs to come from here in the second quarter. We saw the last time they were here at home, they kind of unraveled in the second quarter. So let's see if they can turn some turnovers into points on the other end.
Eagles down 15. This is the end of the first quarter. You're watching TCC basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
I'll write it for you and then text it to you.
We're back at the start of the second quarter here. TCC trailing 24-9. Eagles moving from left to right on your screen in all royal blue. Northwest Florida State in all black, moving from right to left. Matanda, the leading scorer for the Raiders, with 8. Rita James with 7 for the Eagles. That pass going nowhere. It'll be another sloppy. Both teams have had their fair share of turnovers in the first quarter. And that looks to be continuing in the second. Anna with it now.
Uh-oh.
The handoff to Polina goes awry, but Polina just barely recovers before that ball goes back court. Here's Guthrie with it now inside to Bostic, who was cutting inside. She was losing it, but she was fouled along the way.
A lot of these turnovers remind me of a tennis match, the unforced errors. And really, we almost saw one right there with Polina almost dribbling off her leg to the half court. So that both teams need to shore that up. As we see Polina take this right wing three, it comes off a little long, and Northwest Florida State will go the other way.
Northwest Florida State winning the last 6 matchups between these two. They're led by head coach Bart Walker. Inside to Pinto on the baseline. Now swung all the way around to Laura Taylor. Goes inside to Piper now, back to Pinto with a great cut to her left and finish there.
I think that's the best defense you can play there if you're Anna in that situation. It was a mismatch in height, and really, if you're looking at it, Chambers has probably got to switch on that and help her out. But there's only so much you can do here when the height advantage goes to Northwest Florida State for this game, as Guthrie is not on the same page here with Bostic, and we'll see Brian come in, who was given some good minutes off the bench as well.
Tariah Bryant appearing in all 15 games for the Eagles, averaging 2.9 points per game. But like Luke said, we've seen her minutes increase as the season goes on. Pinto with it now, 15 left on the shot clock, and we're going to get an offensive foul. This one's going to be called, I believe, on Laura Taylor. Sophomore out of Australia. Obviously, Brianna Chambers, also out of Australia. Bryant finds Anna. Anna looked to take the three, but then it goes all the way to the bucket. She'll get fouled. That shot, I'll tell you what, that shot was not far off from counting there if it had fallen.
Good to see her get to the free throw line, but going back to Tariah Bryant, the last time we saw her here in the Eagle Dome against Gulf Coast State, she really brought it to the Commodores in the fourth quarter with a couple of big buckets.
She was huge, and we're kind of seeing some of the role players early on in the season take on bigger roles as the season progresses. Obviously, for a number of reasons, we've talked a lot about Divine Guthrie and how she has kind of been brought back into the fold for the Eagles, and obviously Bryant has played a huge role as well. Here's last year Poa. Ball is swung around over to Matanda, who has been hot from three in that very spot, but instead she finds Cornfield, or Kirkendall rather, but neither shot is good. Kira Mullity seeing her first minutes of the evening. Polina over to Bryant, now over to Kyra Smith. Takes it all the way up the baseline. Pinto was in there to break it up. She pokes it out of play.
Looked like Smith was just trying to get a little jump stop, get her man off of her, and just lost the handle, but it went off of Northwest Florida State. Another good take there by Kyra Smith.
Anna Nicola Chiquina with it. 7.5 to go. TCC. Oh, she'll take the three. No good, and rebounded by Matanda. Piper with it. Goes out to last year Poa. She'll cut inside. Basket is good, and she'll head to the line for one more.
I think that was a foul on Bryant. They were trying to work it inside to Pinto. But Mullity was fronting her pretty well. Unfortunately, Poa got past Bryant and is looking to convert another three-point play for Northwest Florida State. She will not, but that'll be an over the back on Piper.
Northwest Florida State foul number 32, Inez Piper, her second, 14
Polina. Over to Anna again. Another handoff almost gone wrong there. Anna keeps it though. Finds Tariah Bryant. Great. Oh, she'll lose it there on the floor.
That should be a travel, but it's not called. And they're going to call a double dribble.
Yeah, that was Kirkendall that went down to the floor to get that one. Thought a travel could have been called. Bryant went to steal it back and is whistled for the double dribble.
Been a lot of mopping up here in this first half, Brett.
Still the same five on the floor. Anna Polina, Kyra Smith, Kira Mullity, and Tariah Bryant. Here's Kirkendall with it. Now last year, Poa goes up, takes a lot of contact, and gets the shot to fall.
Just had that extra step on Polina and got past. That's tough to guard, the speed by Poa.
Polina tries to go into Kyra Smith, who is driving inside. That one is stolen away. A lot of movement there from Shelby Brown. She's able to get the pass away with a lot of pressure. Now in the corner, here is Matunda, and she's got herself another three.
How many is that? Is that her third of the night?
It is. She is 3 for 4. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Raiders lead by 22. A deep three from Polina. Off back iron.
Just a little long there. Looked pretty good off the beat there as this floater will fall off, and a good poke by Mullity over to Polina, and she'll get another chance at it.
Anna shooting from long range. That one finds nothing. Well, that'll have Coach Huddleston making a couple changes on the floor. Chambers checks back in. Polina, Eller, Bostic, all checking in for the Eagles. Here's Matunda again. She'll drive inside for the first time tonight. That one rims out. The rebounded by Pinto, and she is fouled. Pinto averaging 15.9 points and 9.1 rebounds per game. Last time these two teams played on March 11th, she had 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. One of the more talented players, not only in the Panhandle Conference, but in all of junior college basketball. Her first free throw goes. Second free throw. No good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Little over 5 to go. Polina with it. Finds herself in the corner. Looks to go inside to Chambers. This one stolen easily away by Shelby Brown. Here comes Gilbert. Back to Brown.
Great
Boston
job.
sprints back on defense. I gotta look. We'd have to look back at the replay, but I don't even know if she was in frame a second before
she really
got
hustled. She really hustled down there to make the play. Was completely out of it. Could have easily just let the layup happen, and it just looked like a little miscommunication between, I think that was Polina and Chambers. I think that they thought that Chambers was going to stay at the three-point line. She cut to the basket, and that's where the turnover happens.
We'll take a timeout with just under 5 to go here in the first half. Eagles trailing 34-11. This is TCC basketball, brought to you by First Florida Credit Union.
Back with this broadcast of TCC women's basketball live on TCCEagles.com. 4:58 left. Eagles trail 34-11. Northwest Florida State will inbound. A big block there by Guthrie. And I'm telling you, that foul was about a second after the shot. The play was already over. It almost feels like the referee thought that, who was that? Amani Jones was going to make a freebie layup. That looked like a clean block to me by
Tough
Guthrie.
call. Jones does miss her first free throw. She is a 50% free throw shooter on the season. The redshirt sophomore out of Sarasota, Florida. Previously of Embry-Riddle College over in Daytona, Florida. Here is Olivia Eller with it. Goes inside to Nia Bostic, who finds Kyra Smith in the corner. She just cannot handle that pass. I think Bostic kind of meant to cut inside and saw that Smith was wide open in the corner, and Smith might not have been expecting to receive that pass in that moment.
It was a good thought, just a little bit out of the range of Kyra Smith. Too much of a heater for how close in range she was. Travel. Oh, my gosh. Never seen a pivot foot slide as much as that one.
That was Kirkendall, and now here's Shelby Brown. And
there we go.
That one also looks like a travel, but if it wasn't, maybe a give back for the no call on Kirkendall.
I shouldn't be complaining much. Down 35-11, but you can't let that one slide right there. Or, whoa, they did let it slide, I should say.
Oh, Rita James, the inbound off a stoppage. She wasn't expecting that one. She had her hands up for it.
Well, she's got 7 here, and she's really been the only Eagle that's had it going offensively. Let's see if they can get the ball in her hands.
James with it now. 12 seconds on the shot clock now. Less than 10. Kyra Smith pulls up for 3. One just out. But Bostic fights for the offensive rebound. She ultimately doesn't get it.
Come on,
on the floor. You're gonna probably see some pressure there, but now here's Northwest Florida State moving it quickly up the floor. Here is Gilbert. Eller on her. Now they find Kirkendall. Started by Rita James.
We've seen a lot of hustle there by Bostic so far in this game. Liked her scrapping for the ball there, not making it easy for Northwest Florida State. And they got it across just past 20 seconds, so they weren't really able to get into their half-court set very easily. And now TCC will have the ball right here.
James with it. 15 on the shot clock. Now it's Eller. Eller goes inside to Chambers. Goes up. No good. Foul is going to be called on Chambers, I believe, over the back.
Yeah, I think Brianna just rushed it a little bit. She needed to square her shoulders. She had a lot more time than I think she thought, putting it up there with her left hand. So maybe just slow it down a little bit. You're taller than everyone else. If someone tries to come up from behind you, you're going to get fouled. So just slow it down there, but I like the good pass in from Eller.
Now it's Sabu Gay, her first minutes of the afternoon. Gilbert cuts her left, now spins back to her right. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot goes up. Well defended by Chambers and rebounded by Chambers. TCC still sitting on 11 points. Now it's Kyra Smith. She had the open 3. Chooses to lay it off to Polina. Now Rita James takes the 3. No good. Chambers in for the rebound. She fights for it. Polina ends up with it. Corner 3. It's good.
You felt like that one was going to fall. Great second chance opportunity for the Eagles, cashed in, and that started with Chambers getting the offensive board.
Gilbert on the other end with a corner 3 of her own. Increases the lead back to 24 for Northwest Florida State. Polina with it now. A little over 2 to go. The Eagles just happy to get off of 11 points. They were stuck there for a while. Here's Kyra back into the corner to Polina. She fakes and is denied by Carolina Jesus.
What you got to like here, though, Brett, is the last 3 or 4 possessions, it seems like TCC has been moving the ball a lot better on offense, finding open shots.
Inbounded to Eller. Less than 2 in the half. Eller goes back to Rita James. Nice pass. James pulls up for the mid-range jumper. Here's Northwest Florida State. Kyra Smith going over to attempt to steal that. Gay goes up with it. This one won by Gay. Took it right out of the hands of Brianna Chambers. And now with the finish was Carolina Jesus. 40-14. Now here in the first half. Olivia Eller with it. Minute 20 remaining. Polina. Oh, great pass. Finds Kyra Smith. Good from the baseline.
Great feed there. Eyes in the back of her head. And Smith so sure on those little jumpers.
Gilbert for 3. In the first quarter, it was all about Masingo Rotunda. Now Gilbert hitting a couple of threes.
That almost looked like a replay of the exact same 3 that was made before. You know, when you're hot, Brett. It's hard to stop there.
This one, a pass to nobody, and steal will go to Gilbert. 40 seconds remaining. Northwest Florida State leads 43-16 here in the last regular season game at the Eagle Dome. Polina gets a steal. Eagles will get another possession. Shot clock should probably be off. They're just about even. Here's Rita James in the air, decides to pass it to Chambers, whose shot is no good. Now the shot clock has disappeared. 10 seconds for Northwest Florida State. All the way up and in. Turkendall with the bucket, and that'll send us to the break. Eagles trailing 45-16 here at the Eagle Dome. Rita James leading with 7. Luke, what do you think about her performance so far?
Well, she had a good first quarter, scored all 7 points to start the game. And then I would say cooled off a little bit there in the second quarter. But really there was just nothing that you could do to stop Northwest Florida State from beyond the arc. How many threes did they have in that first half? It seemed like they were making everything.
Looks like 6 threes in total. 6 for 11 from beyond the arc.
It's tough to stop when they're shooting 53%.
Yeah,
from three.
Their leading scorer, Shania Pinto, only with 7. I know that's quite a bit, but most of their points have been coming from long range. It's going to be difficult for the Eagles to stop in the second half, but as of now, they trail 45-16. We'll see on the other side of the break. This is TCC Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. And we're back, second half of action here at the Eagle Dome. Last regular season home game for TCC. They're trailing 45-16 against the Northwest Florida State Raiders. Rita James led the way, though, for the Eagles in the first half. She had 7, 3 for 7 from the field. The Raiders, Masingo Matunda with 11, 4 for 7 from the field, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Eagles are going to start with it here, but quickly stolen away by last year Poa. Goes all the way up, and no good. Rebounded by Chambers. Now the Eagles can move quickly. Here's Anna with it. She's got Polina running up the right. She keeps it. Takes it in, stolen away by Shania Pintu. Here come the Raiders. Over and up. Kirkendall with the bucket. Polina with it now.
At this point, Brett, you probably aren't going to win this game with a ferocious comeback, but you need to get little wins, and I think a little win would be to win one of these quarters, whether it be the third or fourth quarter, by outscoring Northwest Florida State. It's the small battles that will help you going into next season, and whether it be at TCC or going to another college, you need to know what it's like to battle back, and I feel like that's what the mentality needs to be coming out in this second half.
That's the thing about junior college basketball. Even when it's not always long term, there's always chances to improve, and it's never the end of the road. Anna in the corner. Here's Kyra Smith. Tries to go inside to Brianna Chambers, who was going to seal off Shelby Brown. Does so, but is now all the way back in the corner. Here's Rita James. 3 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to have to put it up. She does. And could not find the rim. Goes off the backboard. It'll be a shot clock violation. Kirkendall in the corner to Poa. Poked away. Rita James with another steal all alone. Rita James with 9 on the afternoon. To Matunda now. Over to Shania Pintu, who's been relatively quiet in this game. Still been scoring, but not at her usual clip. Here's last year. Poa goes up. Teardrop there from Poa. 49-18, Raiders lead. 7:50 remaining in the third quarter.
She's had a pretty strong game for Northwest Florida State there, Brett.
Didn't make her first appearance until late on in the season, and since then has been monumental for this Raiders team. Also out of Australia, Melbourne. Played prep ball over there for the Dandenong Rangers. Didn't make her first appearance until February 23rd this season.
Yeah, it looks like you can see a wrap on her right wrist. I would assume that would be why.
Did have a 30-point performance at Chapolo, and they won 65-60. She was 10 for 16 from the field that day.
You know, Brett, fun fact, my dad was from Melbourne.
Australia.
No, Florida.
East Coast, Florida. Eller now hand off to Kyra Smith. I've been to Melbourne. Nice area within the state.
Would love to take my I would love to take my talents though to Melbourne, Australia. Go visit my friend Tony Jobson over down under.
Shania Pintu for 3, no good.
Former TCC broadcaster, obviously, for the people who don't know at home.
Shania Pintu tried to go inside to her. It looks like that one will go off of Chambers. Will stay on this side of the floor.
That was actually a good defensive play there by Chambers. They didn't catch it, but she actually knocked it off the hands of the Northwest Florida State player.
He gets a huge block there. We'll see the Eagles in transition. Anna with it now.
That was an outstanding block.
They'll slow down, get set. Anna stays with it. Great handles and great finish from Anna Nicolochikina. And Luke, you talk about players getting more comfortable as the season progresses. What about Brianna Chambers and what she's been able to accomplish?
Yeah, she's been playing through a foot injury for most of the season. Wasn't
Gets another
super
steal there.
comfortable, and right now she's playing her heart out.
Great move from Anna. 4 points in quick succession.
Chambers had 10 in the previous matchup. Last game against Chipola. She's really come on as of late after starting the season slowly.
She stepped up to contest that shot. A couple players down.
There's no way that was a foul on Polina. No way.
Polina was a little slow to get up. Looks like she's okay. And
I mean that's a brutal one there, Brett. She was boxing out. She was boxing out.
Carolina Jesus just tying her shoelace. So.
And Carolina was trying to go over the back. It's not going to make a difference in the game, but it really does stop what momentum TCC had.
Who had originally contested that shot was Brianna Chambers. Once again, a great defensive spurt from her. A three from Matondo. She's got her fourth of the afternoon.
Really just can't guard her today.
Polina with it now. Steps back inside to Chambers, but again stolen away by Pinto. Looks like the Eagles have tried to just lob balls into Chambers, and none of them have really been able to find her. That shot missed by Piper. Carolina Jesus was up with it again, and she is fouled.
So Feratovic will check in along with Modi.
Rotunda now with 16 points. She's 6 for 9 from the field, 4 for 5 from 3. The only player on either side that's hit double figures. As Carolina Jesus knocks down her first free throw attempt. Second one misses, rebounded by Feratovic. Little over 5 to go in the third quarter. Rita James pulls up for a big three. That one just off. Be a little wide right. It has Piper with it. Has it in the corner, goes inside to Pinto. A great touch pass.
Yeah, that was all Feratovic could do there, trying to make the block from behind, which we've seen her do throughout the season.
Tell that Northwest Florida State really emphasizes ball movement and quickly swinging the ball around. Obviously a well-coached team. Bart Walker in his 6th season at Northwest Florida State, but this is his second stint in the job. He had 2 years there, left for a year, came back and has been in the job for 4 years since. Last year, they went 27-4 and won the Panhandle Conference, as well as the Region 8 title, and they were going to be the number 3 seed at the national tournament, obviously before it was canceled due to COVID-19. Got another great team again this year. Feratovic over to Modi. Now James with it. Spin move from James. Can't get it to come off the glass. Pinto fights for the rebound and gets it. Carolina Jesus to Pinto in the corner to Piper. Cross court to Gilbert.
Looks like TCC is in a 2-3 here.
Now back inside to Pinto. Goes up Feratovic. I think she might get credited with a block there.
Yeah, that was a good block from behind. That's what I was talking about. We've seen her do it before. Nice block from behind, but I think that she put her hands up as don't call a foul on me, anticipating the foul and wasn't paying attention enough to grab the ball.
Inbounded to Piper. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Now Gilbert in the corner to Carolina Jesus. Goes all the way across court. Now a three as the shot clock expires. Just rims out, but rebounded by Pinto. All the way back out to Kirkendall. 15 seconds. Pinto inside. Back to Pinto. In the corner to Gilbert. A travel called, but Again, another just great showcase of passing from Northwest Florida State. Talking to Coach Huddleston over there on the Eagles bench as the Eagles get set here. Eller in the corner. Polina uses the ball fake on the three. Cuts inside, now dish out to James. 10 seconds on the shot clock, but James will pull up for the three. No good. Rebounded. Gilbert. All the way down. Inez Piper. Back into the corner for Piper. She finds Gilbert. Some more ball movement from the Raiders. A three air ball caught by Piper before it goes out of play. And gets it right back out to Gilbert. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gilbert playing it back and forth between Kirkendall. No, goes back to Piper. He finishes underneath the bucket. She ran the baseline and got the bucket to fall.
It looked like good defense there for 28 seconds, and then Northwest Florida State finally broke it. So we'll step aside. 58-22, 2:53 left here in the third quarter. This is TCC Women's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
First Florida Credit Union invites you to become a member and open a checking or student checking account at the Appleyard branch. Conveniently located for all TCC students, faculty, and staff. First Florida Credit Union, enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA. And we're back. 2.5 minutes ago, Anna with a corner three, and she gets it.
Good hook up there by Polina to find Anna in the corner. On the same page, and an open three falls for what has not been too many shots that have fallen tonight, and that should be a foul on Northwest Florida State. It is. Good defense there by Anna.
Yeah, Anna went up and grabbed that ball out of midair, and Pinto really had no choice but to fall on top of her the way the motion was going. Obviously, that's a foul, but that's also just how physics work. I think. I really don't know how physics works.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think, my brother's wife, her parents are physics professors at Arkansas.
I thought she worked for a cereal company or a fast.
Well, yeah, but your parents can still work physics.
As long as she doesn't work for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, they're going through a rough one right now. No, she actually works for Popeyes, Burger King, the corporate entity within that.
Here's Gilbert. Jones goes up. No good. Rebounded by Chambers.
Popeyes does sell shrimp, though, and it's not in their cereal, Brett.
That one finished by Jones. 60-25 lead for Northwest Florida State. And for those of you that have not been following that story with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you're probably wildly confused right about now.
That's why you have Twitter.
I'll let you look it up, though. You don't need to explain any further.
Yeah, exactly.
Brianna Chambers at the top. Looks for an option and hands off to Polina. A deep three.
Had to put it up there. It just seemed like there wasn't enough spacing between Chambers and Moldy on that. They were both on the same side, which caused Polina to have to put it up so late in the shot clock.
Great defense from guards Eller and Anna in that zone, and it ultimately forces a turnover. A lot of pressure there on Gilbert and Cornfield.
What's wild here, Brett, is Northwest Florida State has more turnovers than TCC today with 20 to Tallahassee's 19.
There has been no shortage of turnovers in this one.
Really, the difference has been field goal percentage. Northwest shooting 50% from the field. The Eagles shooting under half that at 23%. That's why, there's such a discrepancy here. Great pass down low by Polina.
Bostic gets on the score sheet with her first field goal. She had a free throw earlier in the game. Couple free throws.
There we go, another
She'll get a
steal.
26 seconds. Shot clock disappears here in the third quarter. Eagles trying to go quick. Polina, pull up three. No good, but Bostic there. Counted at one.
Great minutes here from Nia Bostic, defensively and offensively. Love to see it.
You talk about those little wins, and to see Bostic finish the shot, get a steal, come back the other way, finish another shot, and head to the line for one more. That's a win there.
Yeah, and Bostic, she was underneath the basket in order to get that offensive rebound. It wasn't like a pass down there. It was another second chance opportunity, and she was able to cash in.
10 seconds here in the third. Northwest Florida State has it. They'll run this clock all the way down.
Good defense.
Shot's going to have to go up at some point on the double team. Ends up going off the glass and off the rim. That shot taken by Claire Simmons. It's the end of the third. TCC trailing 60-29 here in the Eagle Dome. This is TCC Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. And we're back at the start of the fourth quarter, the last regular season game here at the Bill E. Brock Eagle Dome. TCCEagles.com is your official online home for Tallahassee Community College athletics. There you can get the latest news and information on all of the Eagles teams and watch home games both live and on demand. It's the official online home for TCC athletics, TCCEagles.com.
Northwest Florida State tips it out of bounds, and the Eagles will take over here down 60-29. And a good end there to that third quarter, Brett.
Yeah, you want to continue to see the Eagles offensively and defensively build on some of those moments. The game might be out of reach at this point, but plenty of opportunities out there on the floor. That one fought for by Bostic. She poked it back in. Unfortunately, none of her teammates were there for it. She is one of the players that really shined in that third period. Jones pulls up. No good. Poked away by Shelby Brown. Again, none of her teammates there, so it'll go back to the Eagles. Here's Polina with it. Bostic setting the off-ball screen for Chambers to move up to the top, but Polina keeps it for now. In the corner with the shot. Went off the top of the backboard. Here's Cornfield with it. Now Laura Taylor. Now on the baseline. Goes up with it as Claire Simmons, and she is fouled. You'll see the Raiders, they pass it into the baseline, usually just to have a cutter come inside and receive the subsequent pass. Simmons' first free throw, no good, off back iron. Oh for 2 from the free throw line. Rebounded by the Eagles. Eller with it. Here's a 3 from Olivia Eller. Off the backboard. Boston fighting for the rebound. So is Chambers. It's still loose. Simmons is the one to end up with it.
You know, Olivia doesn't shoot the ball very often, but I think she needs to shoot that thing, you know? Don't be afraid that just because you missed one shot off, I think that her confidence gets hurt fairly easily. For her growth, she needs to shoot it a lot more than she does. Be a little bit more aggressive, you know, take it inside and don't be afraid to shoot a mid-range shot.
Eller with it. Polina swung around to Anna. Looks for the 3. Hesitates. Brings it back up top. Gets off the screen from both Eller and Chambers. Now keeps it. Finds Bostic. Swung around to Eller for 3. Just rims out from Eller in the corner. Great ball movement, though, from the Eagles. That's going to be a foul called on Shelby Brown. Offensive foul. She was down low. Brown's third foul of the afternoon. Rita James still the Eagles' leading scorer with 9. It's going to be another offensive foul called on Chambers.
Tallahassee foul number 15, Brianna Chambers. For second team foul.
Milani Cornfield coming up. Now it's Simmons with it. Stolen by Polina. It's going to be a one-on-one, though. Simmons waiting for under the bucket. Cornfield was there as well. She'll slow things down. Chambers for 3.
Ooh, that looks pretty good there, just a little short.
Taylor in the corner from Northwest Florida State. Cornfield over to Jesus.
And Chambers was just a little late there. I think that she might be shaken up just a little bit.
We'll get a team timeout. Raiders lead this one 62-29. This is TCC basketball, brought to you by First Florida Credit Union.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships.
About the culture.
Back with this broadcast of TCC basketball live on TCCEagles.com. 62-29, 6:55 left. And we'll get Bostic bringing the ball up the court. She tossed it over Eller. Quick to Feratovic.
Now Eller with it, back up top, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Eller in the corner, another 3. No good.
Well, she's taking my advice of shooting it. I don't mind that, though. That's what I'm talking about.
3 3-point attempts from Olivia Eller here in the fourth quarter. Simmons with it, now into Cornfield, who cuts inside. Piper can't handle that fastball.
A little bit too good of a pass there,
Yeah.
Brett.
Seeing Divine Guthrie back in for the Eagles. Mel Feratovic as well. different look with the 5 on the floor. Little over 6 to go. Again, Eagles trailing 62-29, moving from right to left on your screen. Feratovic with it, trying to drive inside. Instead, fades away, and a nice bucket from Mal Feratovic.
Pretty little move there and knocking down the fadeaway jumper. Don't see that too often from Feratovic, but she's got in her bag of tricks, and she'll get the steal there as well.
Guthrie quickly behind the back dribble. She slows down. Eller thought about another 3.
That was a pretty basketball move there by Guthrie to go behind the back.
Feratovic for 3 off the front of the rim. A little short there, but rebounded by James. A fresh 20 for the Eagles.
Looked like Guthrie just lost the handle there, and it'll turn over to Northwest.
Fought and rebounded by James. Less than 5 to go.
Saw Claire Simmons check into the game for Northwest Florida State. Haven't seen much of her today, as Rita misses the shot there, but there'll be a foul on the floor prior, and we'll get immediate timeout. 4:45 left, 62-31. Eagles trail. This is TCC Women's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
And we're back live on TCCEagles.com. Get social and connect with TCC Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat. All at TCC Eagles. And following each athletic event, find us on Facebook and see who's named the TCC Eagle of the game. The TCC Eagles are on social media, and we're ready to connect with you. Again, that's on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat, all at TCC Eagles. And another deep 3. No good. Into the last 4 minutes of play.
Three ball by Northwest will go. Credit that to Laura Taylor, another Aussie on the court.
Masingo Latanda leads for the Raiders with 16. 12 of those points coming off 3-pointers. Anna Carolina Jesus with, should I say, a quiet 10 points. She's been solid today.
James, who had the first 7 points of the game for TCC, has struggled since.
She sits at 9. Anna Nicolodjakina also with 9. 3 for 11 from the field, 2 rebounds.
Oh, that's a steal for sure.
And James, Anna going to both fight for it. And Claire Simmons comes from behind, and a lot of contact there as Anna is driven to the ground. It's going to be a foul called on Simmons.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't really feel very good. It's like when you her whole body weight landed on top of that basketball. I'm sure that will give you a little bit of a Charlie horse in your thigh.
Yeah, originally, it looked like it was going to be Anna, Rita James, and Claire Simmons all fighting for the ball, and Anna did a great job shifting her body in front of the path of Claire Simmons, and ultimately that's what led to her going down hard. She was a little slow to get up. Looks to be all right. James over to Faratovic. 10 seconds on the shot clock. A little over 3 minutes to go here in the game. Another deep three from Anna. This one looks close, but no good. Wait for the call here. It's going to stay.
Yeah, I think Polina knocked it off of Piper.
Fresh 20 for the Eagles. Smith inbounding under the basket. Goes down low to Anna. Now Rita James with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3 to go. Double teams. He's out of it. Kyra Smith now. Faratovic.
Gonna have to do something here.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Another fadeaway. This one no good. Claire Simmons with it.
Eagles in a 2-3 zone here again. We've seen it sporadically throughout the game.
Laura Taylor for 3. This one, a little too much on it. Now Claire Simmons goes up for the jumper, then finds Anna Carolina Jesus. No good. Here comes Rita James quickly for the Eagles. Inez Piper in front, poked away by Simmons.
I like that take by Rita. Usually when she goes to the hole and is covered, she got double teamed late there. She just throws it up and doesn't really have look across the court or whatnot. This time, though, drove in and looked to kick, which is something that we haven't seen her do much when going into fast break. So a little growth there. I like what I saw from Rita in transition after getting the steal, because you just don't want to give it right back after making that great play defensively.
This one goes into the corner. Rita James runs it up the baseline. Great pass into Nia Bostic. That one blocked. Two minutes to go in the corner. Claire Simmons for 3. Polina sees her sister running all the way up the floor. Great pass. A Euro step and another block. It's going to be a jump ball here as Bostic and Taylor
Good connection there.
tied up.
Good connection there by the sisters, and I think that Polina Anna, when she went for that Euro step, I think that she stepped on her own foot, which caused her to fall there. Wasn't able to put up as good of a shot, but
Another
the Eagles will
lob
get
pass.
a second chance opportunity here.
Less than 2 minutes to go. Again, the last home game. Rita James, deep 2. No good. Rebounded by Anna. Runs up the baseline. Tries to find Bostic. That one stolen by Gay. Gay is tripped up as Polina steps up to defend her. Accidental, but will be a foul called. Lonnie Cornfield now. 90 seconds to go in this one. Northwest Florida State leading 65-31. Monty Jones.
Oh, good block.
Mel Faratovic with yet another block.
I wonder how many blocks does she average a game? Because it feels like she gets at least 2 every time.
We'll check on that. 1:19 to go. Here's Cornfield with it. Jones goes up and finishes. Now, Polina with it. Less than a minute remaining. Last home game here for the Eagles. They've got one more on the schedule. Polina goes up with it after the spin move. Misfires. Right back inside. Faratovic goes in hard for the block, and they'll call a travel on Amani Jones. Would have been a foul, most likely. Faratovic did go in quite aggressively.
Looks like Faratovic averages about a block a game.
Just added a couple to her tally. A real deep three from Anna. She'll keep shooting them. This one, no good. Right down the other end, Claire Simmons will finish it, making it 69-31. The shot clock will disappear. 26 seconds remaining. Anna goes up again, rolls out. Goes right back up and gets it to finish. Another bucket for Anna Nikolochkina. 16 seconds. Northwest Florida State going to dribble this one out. They're going to win this one 69-33. Obviously a great performance from the Raiders, a first-place team. And ultimately, the Eagles just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, you know, when you're overmatched, Brett, this is what happens a lot of times. And Northwest Florida State is not only the best team in the conference, they're the best team, one of the best teams in the country. So it was just a tough matchup from the start, but a little bit better than what we saw against Chipola previously. But still a disappointing end to what has been a long season for the girls, who have dealt with so many injuries that have set them back. I know Sadeja Payne, who was going to be a big contributor for the Eagles earlier on, right before the season started, went down with an injury, and then we've seen Chambers battle through injuries, Rita James go through. So it's just been overall a tough season for TCC.
Anna Nikolochkina led the way for the Eagles today. She had 11, including a late bucket there. Rita James with 9 and 4 rebounds. That is the end of the home season for the TCC women's basketball team. They've got one more game on the road, and that's at Pensacola State College, who they beat the last time they went to West Florida, 48-45. Their lone conference win on the season thus far. Luke, I mean, again, that's a big matchup, and again, another chance for a win against Pensacola State to finish the year, and that's a win that you can hang your hat on going into the offseason.
It's the only conference win of the season that they've had, Brett, and looking at it, they want to try to steal. Pensacola State has won both here, and TCC is trying to win another one at their place and split this season series at 2-2. So you do have a lot to play for in that next game.
We'll be back with the second leg of our Thursday night doubleheader. The TCC men's taking on Northwest Florida State. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, but not the outcome. For Luke Fay, I'm Brett Rutherford, and this was TCC Eagles women's basketball live on TCCEagles.com.